What's up guys, it's Mastercard and welcome back to my channel. So the $200 Redmi Note 9S or the $150 Redmi 9, which should you go for? If you want the straight answer, I'll tell you to go for the Redmi Note 9S. But if you want to know the reasons why, you should stay to the end of this video. So basically both devices are budget devices, but the truth is a budget is quite subjective. My budget might be different from your budget. And who sets the limit to a budget? It's definitely you. But if you want to get a budget device, you should definitely go for something that gives you true value for money. And that would definitely be the Redmi Note 9S. So I'm going to be sharing with you 5 reasons why you should go for the Redmi Note 9S instead of the Redmi 9. If you've not subscribed to my channel, kindly click on that subscribe button and also click the bell button to get notifications when I post new videos. Now let's get into the video. The first thing we're going to be looking at is the build of these devices. On the Redmi Note 9S, you have glass at the back, while on the Redmi 9, you have plastic. It's like comparing a Mercedes-Benz to a Toyota. No offense, Toyota, you make great cars, but nothing compared to a Mercedes-Benz. At the back of the Redmi Note 9S, you have Corning Gorilla Glass 5 protection. Same for the front, so back and front has the Corning Gorilla Glass 5 protection. While on the Redmi 9, you have plastic at the back, and at the front, you have Corning Gorilla Glass 5 protection. Overall, the Redmi Note 9S feels more premium, so I'll definitely go for this. This feels kind of cheap, even though you have some grid lines going around it. It doesn't really feel premium. At the back of the Redmi Note 9S, you have this glossy look finish. I love it, even though it's a fingerprint magnet. Also, the camera setup, I prefer this more square looking camera setup compared to this linear looking camera setup here. And overall, the Redmi Note 9S just feels like the better device to hold in hand. Next would be the display. Both displays are 1080p IPS LCD and they are really good. But one difference I like about the Redmi Note 9S is that it has this punch hole display, while the Redmi 9 has this water drop style display that I don't really like. Another thing about the display is that on the Redmi Note 9S you have a brighter display, which is 480 nits of brightness, while on the Redmi 9 you just have 400 nits of brightness. And if you put both devices outdoor, if you use them outdoors, you definitely see the differences. The Redmi Note 9S would be brighter than the Redmi Note 9. This is not really a deal breaker, but if you're going to be using your phone outdoors, you should consider this. And for just an extra $50, I would definitely think you should go for the Redmi Note 9S. One final thing about the display is I think you have more screen real estate on the Redmi Note 9S as compared to the Redmi 9. Because of that water drop style notch, the screen is kind of cut out. With 9S, you have more screen real estate to enjoy and consume media content. Another reason to go for the Redmi Note 9S instead of the Redmi 9 would be the fingerprint. On the Redmi 9, you have this side-mounted fingerprint that doubles as a power button, and since I've been using it, I've grown to like it, and I think more devices should definitely come with the fingerprint on the power button. While on the Redmi 9, you have this rear-mounted optical fingerprint sensor, which I think the surface area is quite small, and it's placed a bit close to the camera. So I don't really like the way it is on the Redmi 9. I'd prefer to go with a side-mounted fingerprint sensor. So here I would say the Redmi Note 9S wins again. Next would be the processor. On the Redmi Note 9S, you get the Snapdragon 720G, while on the Redmi 9, you get the Helio G80. I put both devices to a speed test, and the Redmi Note 9S with the Snapdragon 720G came out as the winner. If you want to see that video, I'm going to put a link in the description. I also put a card above for you to check it out. Both processors are good processors for gaming, and they will hold up in daily tasks, but definitely the 720G is more superior to the G80. The last reason why you should go for the Redmi Note 9S instead of the Redmi 9 would be the camera. On the Redmi Note 9S, you get a 48 megapixel quad camera setup, while on the Redmi 9, you just get a 38 megapixel quad camera setup. And I've tested both cameras. You can check out the individual review of these phones, and I want to tell you that the camera of the Redmi Note 9S is definitely better than the camera of the Redmi 9. If you're not much of a camera person, this might not be important to you, but if you want to take really good pictures and selfies, the Redmi Note 9S is definitely better. Both the front-facing camera and the rear cameras will definitely outperform the Redmi 9. Now to the price. For $200, you get a Redmi Note 9S, which is a value-packed device that packs a lot of punches and gives you true value for money. While for $150, you get the Redmi 9, which is just about right. It's a good device, the budget device. Now the question comes down to, what is your budget? Should you spend $150 on the Redmi 9, which is a good device, just an average device, or add an extra $50 and go for the $200 Redmi Note 9S? I'll leave the question up to you, but if you consider all the points I've listed, you will definitely go for the Redmi Note 9S. If you like this video or found this video helpful, don't forget to subscribe to my channel. You can like, share this video, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace.